Hello everybody, God bless you all in Jesus' most glorious name. It is Friday the 12th of July 2024 and I'd like to share a dream that I had early hours this morning. It was really short, but it told me a lot of what is coming back around. I was in Redfern, right next to Central in Sydney, and back in the day, the majority of the people that lived in this area were Australian Aboriginals until they pretty much knocked down a lot of the buildings and rebuilt new apartments, houses, made it more trendy to the world anyway. So in my dream, I was at the Aboriginal Medical Centre and it looked a little bit different, but in the spirit I knew it was that place. Now it was like in a big hallway. We can go out onto the street, but in this hallway there was like a white trailer with little steps where you can walk in there and see a nurse. Anyway, on the outside of this trailer there was like a little table and they had the tests, the nose pokes. There was a whole bunch of them just sitting in there where you can like just take them and, I don't know, take it home and poke your nose and bring it back for results. And at the end of the hallway there was these tables with big boxes full of the nose poke tests that had already been taken. And it looked like they were like just dumping them in the boxes there. They were supposed to be going to where they, I've got to be very careful with my words, a lab where they test to see if they have the LIERUS or not. But they were just all dumped in these big boxes, and it just looked like the, like the big swab inside the tube and where they put it in like a little bag to send it off to the lab, but all the bags were open. They were all open and just chucked everywhere, and they were just a mess. Some were hanging out of the bags. It was like they didn't care, like it wasn't important. So they were just sitting there out in the open. So I walk up to the small table where they've got the boxes just sitting there, and then I see an open door, and I just poke my head around the corner to see what's going on in there, and I saw a couple of Aboriginal men in there, and there was like Aboriginal female nurses at the medical centre there, but they're inside this little trailer, and these men were in there getting the arm poke. You know what I'm talking about? And it's been over 4 years since it's all started, but in my dream, this was something new, like they're starting it up all over again. And it was like they were starting with the Aboriginal people, like targeting them, saying like because they're vulnerable and all the excuses they come up with. So yeah, they were in there getting all that done. And as I was looking at them, one of the men looked at me and smiled and like said something like, "Oh, how you going?" And the nurses looked at me and they just gave me this very suspicious look, like they were very suspicious of me. Like, why is she looking in here? What's she doing here? What's she up to? And then I went back to that little table and I grabbed a couple of the test boxes, and there was these different tests, for the nose poke, but it was like this really long, thicker, weirder tube. It was really strange looking. I can't really explain it, but it was like a test for that, but for something else. For something else they're going to push on us. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to grab a box of each and I'm going to take it home and I'm going to put the black light on it to see if the tips come up luciferase blue colour. And as I grabbed them, there was a couple of Aboriginal nurses that came out of the medical centre, and I think they were going on a lunch break, and they're walking up the hallway to go out onto the street, and they looked back at me grabbing these boxes, and they gave me the most evil stares, like they were looking at me really, really angry, like I'm doing something really bad. But really, I wanted to take it to put the black light on it so I can expose it and warn everybody. And then I woke up. So just wanted to share that with you. Let me know what you think. And yeah, this thing ain't going away. So yeah, don't do it. All right, love you all in Jesus' name. Have a beautiful day. Sleepy puppy. Oh, sleepy puppy.